Hello folks and welcome back to twitch.tv/gameswithnick. We are continuing our journey through Final Fantasy XIV. Last time we fought the Primal Ifrit, banished it, and as a result still some poor souls, assholes, but still poor souls, that were going to be put to death because they got tempered. So let's see where Minfilia sends us next. Till not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Y'shtola that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined that you personally bested the Primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Joanna. Or rather, you have guests. With pardons! Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero in their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Joanna, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Joanna's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know of their triumph is to be expected. But what of the other Grand Companies? Eep! Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Gwyn. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face a Primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has a need of valiant women such as you. Join our strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelfth Wood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Gwyn. My crewmates speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak for you, friend. As do many others in Limsa. Long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing to valorous deeds on behalf of our citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa to the shores of glory. What if I want to join none of you? Lady Minfilia! Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are an all-encompassing organization empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently three such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you're agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I can say this is no small choice you face. Ah, a thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the three city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing those addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let Joanna hear our leader speak, then return here with our decision. We eagerly await your answer. And they're just walking in the wall or something. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service. But I strongly urge you to join a great company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Joanna, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a great company, however, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid, while know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The grand companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry the sling pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Joanna, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring. So long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to the tower. It will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Alright. Put back out. And so I think that the choice you make is more or less purely cosmetic. Get company seals. Yeah, there's literally no difference between all of them except for the color of the gear they offer. Which, like, okay, I guess. We'll hear what the lieutenants have to say. And based on that, we will make our choice. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Joanna. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often, to a few too many people. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. Following this to plan, Gordani's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services. And Elder Seatsier Kane Senna will deliver her address at the Mikato Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to organizational challenges involving assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gordania your first port of call. Next, you'll go to Olda, where Flame General Roban Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored that there's to be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merlweb Blowfishwin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself with Sentry, Zantael, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell! Sure, whatever. Let's go to Gridania first. I don't care. Can I teleport to the Mikado Amphitheater? Wait, oh. There's a quest here I can do? Yes, please. I guess this is another dungeon, for sure. Where are you? There you are. You're poking around looking for work, you must be an adventurer too, am I right? You won't find much here, I'm afraid. Since the only thing people talk about these days is that nasty bit of business down near Istamhar. Surely you've heard stories of a strange portal suddenly appearing in the ruins down there? Ah, no, not really, dude. Hey, don't give me that look. I'm only telling you what I overheard from the whalers. They say on the other hand of it is some sort of labyrinth. Thing is, every time they go down there to map the place out, nothing is the same. A mystery if I've ever heard one. Frankly, I'm more than happy to let it stay a mystery. Strange apparitions, booby-trap corridors. Going down there is nothing short of suicide. Still, the prospect of treasure is awful tempting. Don't take my word for it, though. Head down to Istamhar and you can head it straight from the Chocobo's mouth. Oh, I think this is the deep dungeon. Cool. So Gridania, yeah, we should just actually just walk there. I'm gonna do a run of the Palace of the Dead, in the leveling recorded stream, and then might use it to level some of the other classes. Anything else I can complete here? No? No. No blue quests. Okay. This cutscene should be voiced, I believe.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The three Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood, fearful of the Green Wrath. They hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, Our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought
Hey, I know the
its war
dude.
of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. Years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads
Ixal.
without fear.
It's a very cheery speech.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
Honestly, about these people, the lady next to
And
us
how
is
do
the
you
one from the
propose
Archer
to honor
Guild.
the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt
What's
death
funny is
to
that
Eorzeans
Alice and
and
Alphino
Garleans
have
alike.
changed voice actors in the years since, so I don't recognize their voices at all.
Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For
forest.
the elementals!
I'm not sold by Canastena here. If I'm not mistaken, those two people dressed in white will play a role in the White Mage job quests.
If you'll permit me, Alfino. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler.
Oh, he sounds so off.
You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Redanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The XL are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of naturally warlike disposition and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians. Until recently, at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict the last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. Wallswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the woods, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war. And when it does, Heward of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to be to them, then? Alright. Actually, you know what? Let's go check out the South Shroud before we, Ugh. Ugh, that's worse. I guess we'll teleport there. And unlock the other Aetheryte Crystal, the one further south. Oof. These are lives, aren't they? Ah, we can do one. Okay. Please tell me it's not one of those where I have to, like, beckon people. Except that of course it will be, because that's just my luck. Alright. Initiate. Let's actually raise it. No, thank God. I need to pacify 2 Anger Delms using the Bottle of Solace. Alright. Easy enough. Yeah, that's one. There's the other one. Done. Quick and easy. Alright. These are all, yeah. Okay, I'll just take the silver piece. These guys are definitely a little on the higher level side of things. There's also a point where I should probably switch back to Arcanist. And maybe this is that point. Ooh. Well, hello. You're insisting on hitting me, right? Yeah. Alright. Oh shit, I need to kill 5 of them? Damn, that's a lot. Alright. There he is. I'm sorry, but I must insist that you... Oh, an adventurer and a rather seasoned-looking one besides. On the off chance you're not simply here to gawp, perhaps you can lend us a hand? You see, despite the fervent protestation of those despots over there, we cannot permit civilians within the ruins at this time. Capable men and women like you, on the other hand, are more than welcome. That is, if you've got the stones for it. Pray seek out the other stations at Quarry Mill, they can appraise you of the details. What? That's... Dude, what you're letting me... Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'm a little bit out of my depth, aren't I, here? Actually, do this fate. Oh, very convenient. Yes, please. This guy's a toughie. We should have the... I don't know. Oh, thank God. Oh! Oh! so close! Damn. Damn. Just damn, you know? Also kind of lame that they always get you back to where you have your, um, Hearthstone set. Because this is... Well, you know what? We're here. Let's just go to the fucking, promenade or whatever the fuck to, listen to Rauban. Let me quickly go to the Gladiators Guild. Just to see if we have anything on this map that we can complete. Man, I really got cool there. Fuck. I was like, oh, I got it! I can unlock the blood punch thing, and it's like, nope. Just kidding. Nah. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just go to Chamber of Rule. Now this when you complete a couple of pugilist entries, or close to it.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanima herself!
And Roban as well.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yeah, I really don't like his original
Yet
voice
many
actor.
left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar.
Sounds like Ul'dah is a city with a lot of problems at the moment.
As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
So maybe that's not what I want to settle for?
Yeah, for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raoban?
That's funny.
People of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
Forsooth! The Uldans have a long history of conflict with Yamaldra, the beast-tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look at this taste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldans did not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So they have dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flame each time as he stuck to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Uldah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless. And even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Yamaldra are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldans spend their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. So does your sister ever speak, dude, or... I guess not. Alright. Let's go back to Cornmeal. Man, I can't believe how badly I got burned by that fate. Oof. Well met, adventurer. I take it you have come to learn more of the recent happenings of Issamhar. The site is of interest owing to the Gelmoran ruins. Gelmora being an underground city which predates Gridania, in case you were unaware. On your road, a few days passed where you received a report from several anthropogeographers that a magical gateway of some sort had appeared in the ruins, and that all manner of creatures were coming and going through it. My men and I were among the first to examine it, and, well, it's hard to explain. We crossed the threshold into a set of corridors we'd never seen before, and then suddenly, each and every one of us was filled with an inexplicable sense of dread. It was all I could do to take even a single step. According to Euna Kotor, who accompanied us, the ruins are warded with powerful magic that send the spirits and ether of all who enter, rendering them easy prey for the creatures within. Thankfully, he managed to devise a solution. Etherpool arms and armor, which safeguard and channel the Wilder's energy that they might withstand the ruins' magics. Unfortunately, it does little to prevent us from losing our way. Though it beggars belief, every time we have dared to venture into the ruins, we have found the path to be changed. I suspect this too may be the work of an unfathomably powerful mage. Needless to say, something strange is afoot, and traditional tactics are not likely to suffice. Even experienced adventurers will need to proceed with caution. In any event, if you believe you have what it takes to brave the ruins and discover what secrets lie in its deepest depth, you need but say the word. Oh, I need to pick an option. I can just do go to money. Palace of the Dead, yes. Doors are randomly generated. And you can learn all about it. And we'll do this in the in the leveling stream. Honestly, so far, neither of the two towns we visited seemed particularly fascinating when it came to joining them. Let's see what the Admiral has to propose, but the Maelstrom is at this point the favorite for me. Here to send a remembrance service. Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
Yeah, that seemed pretty obvious, thank you.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our Grand Company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartino. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
Dude! Dude!
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
Man, the three companies are really just the same, huh?
Fancy meeting you again.
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsolmints is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth, and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lominson's backyard. And that is to say not of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsons are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standards will be dredged with a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. But will you sail with the Admiral? I think so. Honestly, just out of convenience. As an Arcanist, first and foremost, this is my home base. And there's a short connection to Vesper Bay. Joanna, this is Minfilia. You're well, I hope? Would I be correct in thinking that the final Remembrance service is now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence! Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted that we are to have them here at the Wicking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back! I forgot to check, where's Journal? Yeah, this is a level 20 quest. Arcanist. I think at this point, I will switch back to Arcanist and stay with it until we get excessively over level, like 10 plus levels. Thank you. All right. So yeah, we're gonna go with the Maelstrom. Welcome back, Joanna. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you now see why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Joanna. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies.
Alice's voice
Since you're
actress.
so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None.
It seems to me that Alice's voice actress is American putting on an English accent, because the accent sounds a little too fake, but maybe that's me.
I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alice, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, The task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Alright. We're gonna switch to Arcanist. Double check that this is the best gear I can have. Yep, okay. It's your lucky day, Storm Officer. I'm coming with you. How was the Admiral's speech? Ah, but you need not explain. That you stand before me is now is answer enough. You have resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not? Yes. That's the spirit, lass. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend. Now the choice is made, and it's time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to Maelstrom Command back in Limsa. It is on the upper decks, in case you have forgotten. I will send word to our personnel officers to expect you. The duties of a Maelstrom soldier can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings sure. I think this is where we'll also get our chocobo. Fucking finally, man. Alright, we need to go to the upper decks. What's the fastest spot? Half Castle. This way. Oh, and I should, Hail, adventurer! What business have you at Maelstrom Command? My name is Joanna Gwyn. I believe you're expecting me. Joanna Gwyn! I, our recruitment officer, send word of your coming. It shall be my honor to induct you to the ranks of the Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several... Sir! What is it, Private? And this had better be important. Sir, we've received a report from a lookout in Lower Lanoskia, sir. The Imperial forces have fired upon a Highwood Skyways airship. The vessel is in a bad way, sir, and appears to be banking for an emergency landing into Cedarwood. Cedarwood? Oh, damn it! We have no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bought down on the coast, skirmishing with the fishbacks. Gwyn, this is highly irregular, but I fear your first duty in service to the Maelstrom, but must needs be unofficial. It may be, if our men Lower Lanoski is correct, the airship will come down in territory crawling with Imperial scouts. If there are any survivors, we must reach them before the Garleans do. Make haste to Centerwood, look at the airship, and if any of its occupants are alive, make sure they come to no further harm. We'll see about swearing you in upon your return. Sir, yes, sir. This would have been, honestly, more convenient than to, middle. No. Maybe? No, let's just get out of that way and we'll take it from there. It's funny, it feels like I haven't actually played with an Arcanist in like forever. Which is probably true. Spent so much time leveling everything else. Lucid Dreaming restores MP. Swift Cast. What does Fester do? Oh, right. I do Energy Drain. And then I can Fester. And Outburst is the equivalent of Gem Shine, but area of effect. Air Charge. Okay. Remembering how to play an Arcanist. It can sleep. I have Raise. Oh shit, what's this? Actually, we need to change a little bit our stuff. Oh, this one is unexpected. Okay, I see. So we definitely want to keep these. There. So that's equivalent to Ruin, but thingy. That. Okay. And then I want to put... I want to remove you. It's dreaming and sleep. And more importantly, physic. On this side. Okay. Oh, I guess lucid dreaming we have kept on that level, so remove that. Taking our way downtown. Not yet. Wow, everything's so quiet. Oh, those are Garleans. That's not good. adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. Maelstrom Command sent you? I don't know you're an Imperial spy. You don't even have a uniform. Be at ease, sir. We are of the Maelstrom. You're a Garland Ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. You must be Gwyn. Good work on reaching our friend here before the Imperials. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on the Orzian savages. Uh-oh. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. And bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Scouting party from Castrum Occidents, I'd say. Seems they want your ship, engineer. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. Ever since Master Garland. Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring, she really was. Till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Alright, pay attention. We're gonna head these Imperials hard and fast. If you want a souvenir from your Orzia, you can have a knife in the gut. But we're not getting that ship. Oh, and don't forget to save the Lalafell. What say you, Gwyn? Ready to give the Skurs a hiding? Like a tidal wave, lads. Charge! Good luck. An ambush! To arms! Now, sadly, because our level is synced, we don't have access to our brand new spells, but... Oh boy. Maybe focus on that guy, huh? Man, it seems to me that the tank is doing a very poor job. Keeping the aggro. Oh. Alright. Dunzo. Easy peasy. Once a tank got the aggro. Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So, how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller isn't at a loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us reborn. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll get here for a good while yet. Gwen, you're free to return to Maelstrom Command and complete your induction. Ordinarily, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd all feel better knowing an adventurer of your ability was safely sworn in and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform Command of the part you played today. I just wanted to say sorry, you know, for calling an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if it had been for you and the Maelstrom lads here, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm your dead friend. We both are. Wedge. Thank you. We're so grateful. No, hey, you know, no hard feelings. I understand. Living towns are so weird. Alright. Welcome back, Quinn. I just heard a report. You need to be concerned about the engineers. They completed their return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit, I had my doubts at first, but it seems the stories about you are true. I look forward to seeing what else you're capable of. After you're properly inducted into the Maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction. Let's start afresh, shall we? You're welcome here, Jonah. That such a well-respected adventurer would choose to join our ranks is most heartening. But before you swear your allegiance to us, however, it is only right that I tell you exactly what it is that you will be joining. A grand company is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It is an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against the nation's deadliest enemies. We of the Maelstrom are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals and the Garland Empire, and solving the many problems caused by the Calamity. Every man and woman who serves under our colors has a role to play in keeping a great warship that is Limslow afloat, and on whatever heading Chief Admiral Merlwib Blofuswooden sees fit to set. As part of this grand vessel's crew, you will be expected to take your turn at the oars, for the winds do not look favorable, lass. The strength of arm may be all that sees us safe to port. If I've lost you with talk of ship and oar, let me put it another way. A Maelstrom soldier labors till her last breath, fights till her last drop of blood. We give our all in service to this nation, and no less is expected of you. Gwyn, it is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own choosing upon entering the Maelstrom ranks. Is there aught you'd like to say? What skills I have are yours, till sea swallows all. Ah, yes, the many and varied skills of the adventurer. I've no doubt that your travels have furnished you with such knowledge as will prove invaluable to our cause. Jonah Gwyn, I hereby assign you the rank of Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now officially a soldier of the Maelstrom. Welcome aboard, Private. May you serve Limsel so well till sea swallows all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you hear me, Joanna? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Maelstrom contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Gwyn. I have no doubt you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a woman of the storm, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the waking sense at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. The rest for the wicked, eh? Before you make yourself scarce, I recommend having a word with Commander Riki. Might be worth your while. You may now accept the quest by a little chocobo Maelstrom by speaking with Rashant Riki. This quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for Realm Reborn. Cool. You're not a member of a Grand Company. Defeater member is not in guild but in company seals. There's a quartermaster. Constant need of supplies and provision. Speak to a personnel officer. This is how you can, like, turn in stuff. Okay. So I need 2,000 seals to raise my level. Okay. Well, it isn't Private Gwyn. I must say, the tales of your deeds have been an inspiration to the troops. Our duties take us far and wide, and I'll wager you've slogged across quite a few miles of countryside on not but your own 2 feet. Such a sterling soldier of the Maelstrom deserves her own steed, so I'll see about having one issued to you. All you need to obtain is a Storm Chocobo issuance by exchanging company seals with the quartermaster. Once you have this deed, present it to Fragheim, and she will see you saddled on one of her trusty birds. Okay. Oh, you can get Ventures, Dark Matter, there we go. We need 200 seals, okay. Temporary boosts, whatever. Okay. Go up. What else do you get? You get some bardings for your chocobos. Get some stuff. There's, of course, weapons and armor. And then if you reach the top, then you can get some fancy items to craft stuff. Some orchestra and rolls. That's cool. Oh man, you would have to swap companies and grant the other ones too, huh? Find the Monter minions. Okay. Okay, so we need 300 seals. Oh, that's for like that's the kinship, the guild version of that. Okay. Question: what else do you have around here? What do you want me to do? I need to be level 50, and I need to be a second storm lieutenant or better. Oh, that's the hunt, right? That's what it is. Okay. Okay. But I don't think they gave me the currency yet, no. Could we maybe do something real quick in the duty finder and get some seals? Hey, that would actually do it. Yeah, let's just run a guild test real quick. Guild. Actually, no. The point of doing the guild test is that we do the guild test, and after that we can just buy the chocobo directly. Yeah, let's do that. I'm surprised that my role was a need, but still, there's a waiting list. Go back up here. Yeah, that's funny. I guess there are some guild tests that we can do that we have not done yet. I guess one. Alright. Let's just sit for a couple of minutes. We should get summoned soon enough. Okay, we're roll waiting list number 2. Our turn should come soon. Because they kind of need, you need 2 DPS in a guild test, so... Maybe I should have considered actually switching to a crafter and turning in some items. Which class was it? The goldsmith. Brass Cudgel. I don't think I have access to it. Yeah. No, there it is. Okay. I need to just buy some marble dye. Get some copper. Make some brass. Eh. Number one of the guild has. Let's just wait for that, but. I wonder why we're actually required to do this chocobo mission to actually finish the main story quest for the game. Alright. What are we gonna stumble into? Yeah, we've done this before. Step out. Okay, there we go. This guy. Alright, easy peasy. Done. Dunzo. Alright, we should have obtained, let me double check. Yep. Should have enough storm seals to purchase our little chocobo. Yeah. Hell yeah. Here it is, dude. Oh, wait. Who's frag something? Oh. Completely different spot. Okay. Go back to the Aetheryte, and from there get to dude. It is worth it. You know, it's worth to finally have a mount because it also comes with some extra saddlebags. And I don't know if you've noticed the status of our inventory, but we are pretty full. That's what happens when you're trying to level all freaking professions at once. So we definitely need more space. Also should probably look at my retainers, because I sent them on that mission. I never actually saw what happened to them. Hey, what's up? Want a bird issue, you say? No, I need to see your Storm Chocobo issuance. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your Chocobo. What's up, dude? And here he is! The fella's been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you want to give your noble steed a name. chocobo. Can I use spaces? No. Okay. What do I want to name our chocobo? That's a good question. That's a very good question. We're an Arcanist from Limsa. I'm really bad at naming things and playing character creators. Ugh. I'm planning on making him, for the most part, a healer. Does that matter? No, we're gonna go with the dumb name that I like for that I also have. We're gonna call him Gray. 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 Hey, I dare say he likes his name. Here's your very own Chocobo Whistle. Simply blow into it and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And last, I present you with your Chocobo Rider's license as required by law. That concludes other formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Alright, we finally have a mount! And how we never popped the rent a chocobo trigger. That's funny. Okay. Let me go back and check in with the Maelstrom, because I think there might be something else. Alright. Gonna go this way. What's the other quest? That somehow is not... Okay. Now she has something. Need level 30 for that. Level 44 for that. Okay. Oh man. Good question. How do I unlock the Chocobo saddlebag? You need to complete this quest, which I can do now that I've completed this. I just need to speak with a person in the South Shroud. So we're gonna go ahead and do just that. South Shroud. Okay. Right, okay, where are you? Not here. And there's a lot of quests around here that I should do at some point. Ah, man, I need to be level 30. Okay. Okay, never mind. Just a few more levels until we can do that. Let's go to fuck it. Let's just use the ticket. As soon as we're level 30, we're getting our Chocobo companion. Oh, hey, there we go. Chocobo icon appears. Okay. So I should go in Mount Guide and set my favorite. Isn't it supposed to... Oh, this is just summon a mount on random? Is there no summon favorite one? Oh. Yeah, no, it should only select from the favorites. Move from favorites. Oh, No, it's just grabbing from all of them. Oh, at least 2 mounts must be favored. Okay. Alright. Waking Sands. How long have I been streaming for? Sustain. Wonder if there are the two that I'm about to meet. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Joanna. Now, when we last spoke, I said I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Oh, Biggs and Wedge. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. Gods, man, spit it out, will you? Wedge, it's your service! I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea. I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you at all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness.
Now, having set aside the formalities, We have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
I'm just gonna say, Ida, would you maybe wear pants that are not as tight? Like, they leave very little to the imagination. Please.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained, until such time as we know. It would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us?
No, I'm just in this...
I am grateful.
I'm just in this organization for the benefits. I don't want to do any of the work. Of course I'm going to help you, come on.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Alright. Yeah. Let's go to New Gridania. Are we? Yep, I just have to run to it. You know what? Actually, I've actually gone with the Ulda group because they're right by the Aetheryte. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll just have to run. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon silence once more if we are to. Ah, but pirates! This is a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Edder's Nest? Hi, I'm a Scion. Hi. Hi, nice to meet you. Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with a twin adder? Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Eden Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you're questing the name of the science of you quested the name of the science of late. Quite so, Commander. The little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Sylph's relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it's a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. We strike at Ramu or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you scions come in. The Sylphs of Little Celis remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts and their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of productive parley. En route to Little Celis, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs? There should be pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed! I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo. Alright. West Shore Pier being right by the Lancers Guild. Cool. What level is this quest? Still 20, huh? Okay. Aye, the ferry dock to the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorne Hut without much trouble. Ooh, actually. Sorry, I just remember I got something to do. Alright. Summoning Bell. Alright. You, Kitamari, you Adventure Report. Alright, cool. Returner can gain experience and levels. We can find more items that way. Yeah, go get me some, nope. Yeah, just go get me some, beastskin blood, I guess. Alright, anything I can give you that, sure. Oh. Damn it. I should do that before. Okay, I see, I see. Entrust some items to you. No, entrust some items to the other one. Nah, that's worse. Nah. Nah. Sorry, there isn't really anything I can give you that's better. Oh, you know, well, honestly, none of these are particularly interesting because I can get them all myself, but yeah, go get me some tin. And I'm gonna entrust you. Ooh, you're the one who has all the stuff that I should sell, or, well, keep or sell. Maybe I should actually give all my professional items to the other one. I'll give you all of my seeds. What else will I give you? I'll give you the dark matter. Gold saucer tickets, because I don't need them. I got so much random stuff. The rest I'll keep for now. That's enough room in my inventory to sort of free some space. Alright. Bye. Alright, let's just go to the Hawthorne Hut. Yeah, let's just go to the Hawthorne Hut. Nope. Wrong person. Indeed, I am Ameline of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more, you'd do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Come learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, they're a peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. They're... Beg pardon, friend. Memory is just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. No, I've shared my stories with those around the hut before. You might have more luck with them. The Sylphs? Yes, Father's told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocolate scratches. Teehee. Level, your level's maybe a little lower than I would like. Sap Shroud, I think, is where I... No. Yes, I think the Sap Shroud is where the quests are at the level that I want. What about your fate? How level is your fate? No. Too low. The Sylphs? Inverter tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing warble faces on our masks, the next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Quickest way to a quivering woman's heart may be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Alright. Random bits, but okay. Oh, of course, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together like quite a little toe tapping. Sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting amongst her kind. You'd do well to remember this. It may just help with the favor of our forest friends. Oh, still here, eh? Great! There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you'd do well to bring what was it again? And my wife Rose and I were just speaking on the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rose at the Cone. Her memory should prove more reliable than mine own. Dude, why is your wife, like, all the way over there? Is there anything you'd like to tell us? Did you dump your sorry ass? Is that what's happening? God, it's such a good job of that fate, man. Well, you know what? We're here and we have a mender. Let's just mend our stuff. Alright. A peace offering for the Sylphs? Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I feared I wouldn't get you past their front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more than to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milk root? That's what we call the root of that most fiendish seedkin, the Ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying stuff, but still seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an Ochu around the Cone in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. You're going to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup, for example. You might be surprised when it comes out. Good luck. Alright, so, we'll see what tone the Sylphs use, but I'm gonna try with Stoner Sylphs. Oh, I'm quaking. Alright. He's bringing back to Rolf. I'm of two minds of staying an Arcanist, because on the one hand I want to get to level 30 and unlock the actual jobs. On the other hand, I feel like there's diminishing returns from being over-leveled compared to the quest you're doing. Maybe I'll switch back to Pugilist. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Milk Root, but of course. This Sylph's quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, the gift of Milk Root will have the Sylphs calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on it. Now let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to Pugilist. Taking the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you that god's awful stench. The sylphs loves the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chunkable dung. I dare say their reek even ravels the breath of the moorbolt to put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You have more important matters to attend to today, yes? The sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but have shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend. And do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. Ah, and before I forget, don't go trapsing off just yet. Avalyn here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do best along my regards to the winged ones. It's good to see your knowledge of sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young sylph by the name of Kamuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and he has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that malodorous fruit the sylphs to adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver. A missive from the elder seed-seer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends in the forest. The war with the XIV has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Isn't some level 23 now? Let me actually do some of these quests. You have the luck of one who has seen more than her fair share of danger. I am Florimond, the sentry of Justin Spire, though you would have been forgiven for imagining me as the sentry of this hut, so seldom have I left it in recent days. I sustained an injury, you see, and have been out of commission for some time. Anyway, my wood whaler comrades are about to commence a calling operation in the Bramble Patch, and the thought of them marching into the jaws of danger while I languish here like a coddled babe is frankly too much to bear. I realize this is sudden, but might it trouble you to take part in the operation in my stead? If you would do me this favor, seek out Captain Anyud at Justin Spire. He will tell you all you need to know. You're an adventurer, are you not? Ah, you have the same air about you as father. He used to be an adventurer like you, though he has long since retired, and now finds pleasure in welcoming travelers to this humble hut. We also serve hot meals to the brave men and women who protect our borders. Small token of our appreciation for their efforts. Speaking of which, our meat stocks are running perilously low again, and I must head into the Bramble Patch to grab some game. Sorry to cut short of conversation, but duty calls, and no one else is going to... Oh! I do hate to impose, but might I trouble you to take this box of hunting tools and lay the traps in my stead? It is for a good cause, as I mentioned. There are only so many hours in a day, you understand, and every bell I spent on this task would be a bell spent neglecting another. Ah, shan't get a wink of sleep until I find out who it was. Hear my tale, adventurer. Last night, upon returning from my patrol, I caught sight of a child playing atop the roof. Fearing for the little one's safety, I called out, but the child promptly vanished. Now, we haven't received word of any missing children, but if there were even a chance... Were it not for my duties here, I would be out searching now. Might I trouble you to climb the roof and investigate in my stead? Yeah, I bet it's a sylph. Dear guide is up top. Boy, let me tell you, it is nice to finally have a mount. Young leaf. Small cane. And young leaf. Oh, I might as well talk to him again. Ah, you've returned. Tell me all you have learned. Found his can atop the roof, you say? Tis far too small for our use. The woodland belongs to one of the sylphs of Little Solace, the settlement to the east. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery. it would seem that the child I saw was in fact a sylph. And I was so worried. At any rate, we should return the key to its rightful owner. Please take it to the sylph named Alexia at Little Solace. She will know what to do with it. While you're there, tell her in no certain terms that her people should not wander the forest at night. I mean, I think it's kind of their business what they choose to do, but hey. I love the fat chocobo so much. Look at him. Look at him. There's another mount that I really like, but we might be getting later. Which plays Terra Steam from FF6 anytime you summon it. Those frightful snouts, tusks like unto spears, and the squealing, that dreadful squealing, a death hymn that haunts my dreams each night. Why, oh why did I ever leave home to come here? Hail, adventurer! Your sharp-eyed mien tells me you're keen to prove yourself, and to your good fortune, I've a menial task, ideal for one of your fair to middling abilities. Wild boars plague the bramble patch, and it's about time that someone called the herd. Well, hop to it now. What brings you here, adventurer? Florimon's replacement, you say? And you're aware of the risks? Aye. Well, you do seem like a capable sort. Florimon's task was to be the slaying of 6 black bats in the bramble patch. I take it you will now see to this. Very well. I wish you the best of luck. Alright, let's go to this bramble patch. We gotta put traps. Kill things. Wait. Did I not? I must have moved just a fraction of a second too soon. Right. Right, I am a melee character. It's important to intersperse the main story quests with some side quests, because otherwise all you're doing is running from one spot to the next. Teleporting, talking, reading, teleporting, talking, reading. Doing a dungeon every once in a while. There's not enough actual gameplay for my taste. Alright. Oh no. This is what I meant to do. wonder if I can actually cheat my way to some level up. Let's see. Thank you ever so much. Now all that remains is for us to wait and to pray for a bountiful catch. I shall have the wood whalers check the traps on the morrow. They are more than happy to do so, knowing that the meat will end up on their own bellies, like as not. But if I may be permitted to speak seriously for a moment, it is not an easy time to be a frontier sentry. Fearsome beasts abound in these parts, and there is the Imperial threat besides. Thus am I glad that I, who cannot wield a sword, may yet play my part by preparing hearty meals for these brave men and women who willingly endure herds that simple folk like me might enjoy peace. Probably the Disciple of War one, right? Let's switch back to Pugilist. Please, you have my vow. I shall wear boarskin armor no more. I will serve before I partake in the tiniest morsel of salted pork. Just make them go away. What? Does one plague the bramble patch no more? Oh, thank you, friend. To speak the truth of it, I have been plagued by a dreadful phobia of those Testament's atrocities in recent weeks. But I realize this will not do. Just Inspire overlooks a hub of trade and military activity, and to shirk my duties would be a dishonor to a hero whose name the spires bear. You have instilled no small measure of courage in me today, friend, and for this I am grateful. Oh, something more? You look to be made of sterner stuff than the average adventurer. How would you fancy doing your bit to preserve the peace? We patrol the area night and day, but a recent skirmish put a dozen of my best men in the infirmary and were sorely short-handed as a result. I'd be grateful if you could help fill in them for the wounded. Now, there are 3 strategic positions on our patrol route, each marked by a twin outer standard. What you need to do is go to the 3 locations in turn and hold your ground for a while. Nothing to it, see? Until I get attacked. So you have seen to the Black Bats. We couldn't have asked for a better substitute. You have my gratitude. Now, at the risk of seeming brazen, I would ask a favor of my own. Might you bear a message to Florimond for me? Donat is being overly hard on himself for his absence. Tell him that his fretting avails no one, he himself least of all. He serves the wood whalers best by getting back on his feet with all swiftness, and that requires peace of mind. Truer words have never been spoken. Okay, that's one. You really gonna attack me? Come here. Let me pulverize you. Yeah, forgot to do it beforehand, but that's fine. Eh. Last but not least. Bum, 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 Alright. Watch has been kept. Climb the spire to turn that in. Oh, there you are. Good to see you back in one piece. Is there out to report? A run-in with fell fiends, you say? That is passing odd. We've never had trouble with the local fauna that's patrolled route in the past. Mayhap their numbers are on the rise. We must keep a close eye on things. Anyway, my thanks for your help, friend. I really don't care. Nope. Nope. Let me talk to the red guy. Come on. A message from Captain Anyud? I see. The captain speaks true. I must say, a great weight has been lifted from my shoulders. As bade, I shall focus all my energies on recovery, the sooner to resume my duty. My thanks again, friend. Can I sell the shitty, Sell that. Let me sell the Glamour Dispeller. Die. More die. Glamour Prisms. Alright. Alexia. What brings Walking One to the abode of these ones? I got your cane. Walking One brings Cane. This one was looking under every leaf and flower for Cane. This one's heart is full of joy. Walking One is kind, like seeing one. This one likes kind ones. This one will befriend kind one. Kind one is this one's word. Sure, let's get this one. Why not? Walking One is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking One should go home and leave this one be. Yo, what's up? I'm a dancer. This one would welcome Walking One who moves like these ones. If Walking One would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so Walking One should speak with quick tongue. Walking One would bring gift to this one. Walking One is most kind. Walking One brings Milkroot. Milkroot fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Gives many, many thanks. Walking One carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking One should not worry. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. We've come to pay our respects for the Elder and learn from him more of your Lord Ramo. Who are these ones? These Walking Ones come from Gridania? Walking Ones became a dancing one and brought Milkroot, but Walking One tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder One is busy. Walking Ones should go home. Go home, you say? But the Silph little Solace have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Joanna here is a piece penned by the Elder Seeds here herself. Still, you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of Walking One's. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking One's wastes everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates. Whatever they would do to deserve such a rude welcome. Was Joanna's jig insufficiently jiggy? I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. Ugh. Whatever. I'm gonna sell it anyway. Say, Joanna, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing! You went through all that trouble to learn the Sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Ow, ow, ow! Ah, there goes this bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. I'm a dancer. Oh, Walking One knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Walking One would be a friend to these ones? This one is overjoyed. This one keeps the way of weaving a secret. Even if Walking One learned a secret, Walking One could not weave in the same way. Ah, Walking One is a friend to these ones. Friendly like gracious Elder One of Forest City. Knows how to dance into these one's heart. Alright, I've done the dancing. Joanna, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news? Why, I've thoroughly recovered from these accursed leg cramps. Onwards to our next adventure. Yeah, something tells me you didn't actually have cramps, but... Walking One may dance many dances, but this one still doesn't like Walking Ones. Why? Because Walking Ones don't listen! That's why! Walking One wants to be friend to this one. Walking One should listen, and listen good. This one is itchy spot on back. Walking One should poke it. Poke, poke. Hehe. Walking One fell into trap. Touching this one turns Walking One's skin into moss. Hehe. Mossy One's skin turns greener and greener. Mossy One should examine himself to see how silly Mossy One has become. Oh. No? Oh, there we go. And is that what I'm doing? Oh. It's examine self. I should probably point him while I do that. Hehehe. Walking One is so silly. There is no curse, silly one. This one tricks silly one good, yes? This one is smart. Silly one should congratulate this one for being so very smart. Oh, it was not selected. That's right, silly one. This one is very, very smart one. Silly one is smart to notice. Silly one makes this one laugh. This one likes to laugh. Maybe silly one is not so bad after all. This one needs help. Please help these ones. Vile ones called buzzing jigas. Think these ones are food. Attack these ones. Attack whenever these ones go into the forest to bathe in sunlight. Some of these ones have gone into the forest. Into the forest to lure out vile ones. This one wants walking one to wait for vile ones. Wait nearby and slay vile ones to come. Oh, walking one, please listen. This one was frolicking in the forest, as this one likes to do, when nasty tusk ones came huffing and puffing and charging. This one was so frightened. This one is too scared to go back to the forest. Walking one can make tusk ones go away, yes? This one would dance for joy. Tusk ones hide in bushes. Walking one should be careful. And finally, Papalymo. Joanna, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Heroes of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero overnight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. Sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled sylphs and see what might be done to ease their worries. Sound plan, would you not say? That said, the souls are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Hero and Melia. Of the Gridanians who reside here, she is most likely to be privy to Sylph's troubles. Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. The Sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray, hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from moms around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. Ziz Gorlins and Nats roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could get her 3 brownie brushes as well. They play an important role in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details. And what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you're done with the deeds, seek out Kumoxio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this. Alright. Okay, I've killed one of them. I need to kill a couple more to get to that spot, unencumbered. Well, that's Big Pig. Alright. Hey, 24. Wait. Oh, there's more? I thought there was only one monster, but apparently a second one popped up. Good now. Cool. Nope, there is one more. Why do these keep spawning? Maybe it was just a little too far and it was not crediting. Alright. We'll wrap up these few quests and then we're gonna call it for the day. And by the day I mean the stream. Because I will most likely be back after I have dinner and maybe do some other stuff. Play some more 15. Get some of these classes to level 30 finally, hopefully. What else do we gotta do? We gotta slay a Nat and obtain brownie bushes. Brownie brushes. I keep saying bushes. Nope. Nope. There we go. No! Damn it. There we go. Alright. We're good. Dancing One is still here? Dancing One can dance all night. This one's trust is not so easily earned. Dancing One brings brownie brushes for this one? This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing One kills bitey buzzy one? This one hates bitey buzzy ones. Dancing One is kind. Too kind. Many walking ones comes to these one's abode, but few are friendly like Dancing One. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust Dancing One after all. These ones must bathe in sunlight to survive. Without sunlight, these ones will fall ill. Fall ill and shrivel away to no ones. Thanks to Walking One, these ones can safely bathe in sunlight again. Praise be to Walking One. Whatever. And last but not least, Walking One has made Tusk once go away. This one can play in the forest again. This one thanks Walking One. This one is forever and ever Walking One's friend. You know what? Let's quit it here. And when we pick it up, we might just take that other quest and do that one as well. Yeah. So thank you for watching. This was Final Fantasy XIV on twitch.tv/gameswithnick and youtube.com/gameswithnick. Check out the channel, like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment, all the good stuff. Joanna is gonna wave you away as tradition. And we will see you next time.